some that is protective against, like I said, stun electronics. There's even some that have what Jaylen was referring to as countermeasures. Um, while nothing gets you invisible, I should say, there are methods of camouflage that are built into some of our exterior armors that can instantly basically take a photo or take an image of what's behind you and project it onto the opposite surface. So while you are not invisible, it is a highly effective electronic camouflage for your
They got the
environment.
predator.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Yeah. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to make this into like general dress, but because there's still an electronic component that has to be integrated into the armor, so it's not, you know, you would look like a kind of like a stormtrooper wearing this armor, but only to the point that you want to be seen or whatever. You don't want to use camouflage. So,
I
so all you
already
guys,
have a tech skill that does exactly that. That
okay.
just disguises me.
hmm But this one you wouldn't even have to have a tech skill. So yeah.
Right. I could just use it without burning one of my techs. I could use a different like offensive tech skill
hmm
for my point.
Now
Okay,
it's
that's
not,
cool.
yeah, it's not as hardy as it can't take as much damage as other armors, but it's still fairly effective against a lot of different attacks or several different attacks.
That's pretty cool, man. I like what you guys are doing down here. You all got a good, pretty impressive setup. Uh,
I think you'll
I
find that Garrett goes on. I think you'll find that the Animids are very inventive and innovative when it comes to anything technological, and the applications for new materials. Uh, just it's almost bewildering trying to keep up with how their minds work and the applications of well, all you see around you.
Fair enough. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. It's obviously being able to come up with some stuff that we haven't thought of yet.
Mhm.
You guys, it's kicking ass. We all have our strength.
And that's part of the reason that you know my my family, Garrett talking about the Wookiees, have, I guess, attached ourselves to uh, Jirak and his family because they've gone through, well, they've done many things to support us and maintain a free Wookiee nation, a free Wookiee world. So,
I can't agree with you more. I'm glad to hear that that's what I ended. Glad to hear that that's where I ended up.
so you guys can design basically whatever you want um, that you're proficient with, and just let me know. Uh, I'll write out the damage specs or whatever, but you let me know what capabilities you're looking for, and I'll create uh, basically your signature arms. Which, okay, let's put this in perspective. At level 2, to have a signature weapon is almost like getting Excalibur. So um, yeah, I think it's gonna make things fun, but yeah, remember it's the role play too. So yeah, you can't just kill everything.
Be honest,
So,
that I'm thinking now a little bit. You
mhm.
added more pressure. I just came down here and wanting a bunch of gear. Now that it's a signature weapon, I hadn't thought about that part.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a rare opportunity. So,
I mean, the obvious signature weapon is lightsaber, but that's not really built into my level 2 character so far.
I mean, this, if things go well, this may not be your only trip here. So,
Oh, you can have multiple signature weapons. It's not like a one-time thing.
yes, the Wookiees, you will notice most of them have a favored hand-to-hand or combat weapon, and then we'll have a ranged weapon, and we'll have a short range weapon. Most of us carry stun weapons. Uh, we've surprisingly found that having the ability to stun an opponent um, is very useful in the acquisition of information. So,
Absolutely. Like a signature stun. Okay, so like I want a signature, like when Leia got blah, 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 and the circle shot her
yep,
down. I
yep.
want a signature stun gun. That's
Okay,
that's that's my thing.
and y- are you familiar? Or yeah, no, and it's one of those things we will build what you like so long as your ability to operate it makes sense. Two blaster pistols, long range weapon, and okay, stun also. Okay, so the the issue with having multiple damage types is you're not going to have max damage type on either one. You know what I'm saying? So, um, something that has to be a multi-purpose is going to sacrifice some higher end damage or accuracy. Some, yeah. Okay. And then you said jetpack. Okay. And we'll, yeah. hmm Yeah. That's going to be, yeah. How well you can operate that is the question, right? So, okay. All right.
Is that a skill or something? I don't even know how a person uses a jetpack.
That's what I was thinking too. Let's see, thought it would be a character feat. Uh, yeah, you got Ace
Designer
Pilot. You got say that's the one,
would be the desire not to fall to your death skill.
right? Right. I know there's one that's Ace Pilot. I know, and that's a good one to have. Let's see what else is there.
Well, I mean, what needs to just happen is we need to look up jetpacks and see what the
Yeah,
math is on how successful it is.
yeah, yeah. You got well, that's a force power. Then tech powers. Let's see what's jet. What's a back to? Oh, I know what that is.
Would be an item, not a skill.
Right.
But I don't really see any reason not to use the math on the skill.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go. Propulsion pack, right?
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, that's for underwater movement. Okay, that's not the one we're looking for. It's not the, Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There you go.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the base one, right? Yeah. If I that's 1 minute per power cell. Yeah. So there are actually enhanced ones as well. So let's see, because I think the next level up gets you to 14 because there's an improved and then there's a superior. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah. I think you get more cells with each because yeah, there's one that's up to 20 minutes. Let's see. Yeah, that's the champion one is 20 minutes. So yeah, you can do it. So it basically goes regular, fine, improved, or okay, sorry, regular, fine, improved, superior, and then champion. And there's one that's exceptional, which I think this actually might, but that's a legendary rarity, so we wouldn't be able to do that one yet. Okay, but yeah, we can make you a fine jetpack, which would get you 12 minutes instead of 10, flying speed of 40 feet, and yeah, because that's a premium item. But you need to make sure you got skill to operate it. And he'll Gerard will, or Gerard. I think it's yeah. Did I say Gerard or Gerard?
Garuk.
Gerard. Yeah. Yeah, it's a hard G. Okay. Yeah, Gerard.
Garrett.
Yeah. Garrett. Okay, Garrett. Yeah. I wrote Gerard, but I wanted the second R to be God. So that's what Gerard. Yeah, Gerard. Okay. So Gerard um tells you that he doesn't like jetpacks very much, but it's up to you. It's just he had a bad experience uh during training, and uh it's just not his thing. But there are certain jetpacks that have higher heat outputs than others, and while we are working on ones that do not actually use a propulsion but rather use a how would you call it, a gravitational repulsion or magnetic repulsion system rather than a propellant system. The propellant systems they tend to burn Wookiee hair. So yeah, that's why he uh, does not like the current generation of jetpacks. So it's a Wookiee thing.
If you could get that next generation of propellant, that would be so cool.
Yes, unfortunately it's a bit inconsistent. Um, some
It's too
will,
high. It's
yeah,
too high. The
yeah,
propulsors aren't designed to get that high.
yeah. So yeah, compensating for the user's weight, um, and then allowing for maneuverability. It's not the same as the propulsion systems. The propulsion systems have come very far in being fairly maneuverable. However, the next generation still has a way to go. Okay. What else can I show you, gentlemen?
Hey, if you got me with my stun gun, all I want is just the regular best you can give me outfit of armor, and
Okay.
then I'm good to go.
Did you want it conspicuous or inconspicuous?
I'm gonna
In other
go
words,
inconspicuous.
inconspicuous. Okay. All right. So something you would wear underneath clothes, or less visible. Okay. So
Would it be greedy if I asked for both?
a set of each.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is greedy. However, that
It would allow me to respond more quickly to the situation that I need to.
I mean, it takes you a full turn to change armor, so just letting you know. Okay, because there is, what is that? You would think so, yeah. Oh no, that's a round. A round is 6 seconds. You know, yeah, a turn is actually what 10 rounds, so it takes you at least a full minute to, yeah.
Is there
Okay.
a maximum carry weight in this game?
There should be, yes, but most of the stuff that you're going to have, that you would have here is going to be enhanced, so it's going to use ultralight materials, and I won't say it's negligible, but it's going to be
Not enough to make us worry about our inventory.
right, right. Yeah, because yeah, your armor, most of your armors. Let's see here. If we sort by weight, can be up to 65. I guess that's pounds. Yeah, it's supposed to be pounds. But that's a Durasteel exoskeleton. Okay, and so some of that is going to be. I mean, with an exoskeleton, you're actually going to have like assists to you know what I mean? It's going to be almost mechanized armor, or the exoskeleton definitely is mechanized armor. So it's going to self-support movement and that kind of stuff. But of course, you can't be stealthy in assault armor or um, anything actually above the bulky reinforced plastoid composite stuff. So and battle armor, though heavy and efficient as far as AC goes, is not going to like you're not sneaking around in it. Let's put it that way. So if we did, okay, what's your strength? 8, okay, and yours, Ethan?
Well,
12, okay. So just going by this, yeah, we could get you. Yeah, if you want bulky or good armor, we can hit you with a. Let's see, we'll take this from. You say 8, Jaylen? Okay, okay,
that's low.
yeah. I mean, that actually gets you into the negatives for strength, but that's okay. We can make this work. Let's see. We can do. Right. No, it does. That's fine. We can do what we'll call a modified neutronium mesh for Jaylen. Okay. Armor. Yeah, modded neutronium. Normally, it would take a strength of 11 to wear this armor, but because it's a premium item here, yeah, it will get you an AC of 13 plus your dex modifier. And instead of weighing 20 pounds, it only weighs 10. So it's better than a combat suit. And frankly, this one is it's considered insulated, but it actually is. This would serve both your bulky and your, because you couldn't get any better than this if you went bulky because it'd be too heavy for you. Okay, so that's the trade-off. Okay.
Armor class plus 13.
Hmm.
That's fucking lit. I
I
feel like Aiden, you should be fine with that.
that's 13 plus Dex modifier. Yeah. What's your Dex? Okay, so you have a +2 to skills, right? So yeah, so you'd be 15. Yep. All right. It's Jaylen. All right. Ethan wants, and he can wear a little bit heavier stuff. So, so it's 12. Let's say we can get you to 15, or what would normally be a 15. So, obscured. Yeah, micro hydraulics is the term I was looking for in the heavier armors. So, um,
Interesting.
so actually, yeah, your neutronium mesh, even though it doesn't say it, actually has some micro hydraulics that are helping you, Jaylen. That's why it's about the best thing you can get right now without incurring like severe disadvantages to stealthiness and all that kind of stuff. You have no negs on that one. So okay, now for Athan, we basically have a modified laminanium, which is a heavy armor that would normally require a strength of 15 to wield. So modded laminanium. And that would get you a AC of 17, and um, will have a disadvantage to stealth with that one, but yeah, 17 AC, um, not bad. And no, sorry, you don't get what's your Dex bonus or your Dex
What
skill?
deck skill is +2.
Okay, +2. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll let you have that's fine. So you would have a 19 in that one. So you'd be like RoboCop. Okay.
So it's AC 17 plus my dex?
Yep. And normally you would not get that with laminanium assault armor because it's a heavy armor. It's cumbersome, but yeah, this is something
Oh,
that they've been working on. This is a 60-pound armor. Okay, but normally it's a 60-pound. They've got it down to 40. Okay, and then for your stealth, um, or your non. Yeah, we have what we call an enhanced Beskar weave. Beskar.
like an undermesh underneath the armor?
Yeah, this would be a hidden. This would be for your non-conspicuous. So yeah, you would wear this under clothing. Um, and that, let's see. Okay, that gets you a 14 plus Dex. So it's not that much difference, but yeah.
So you have to pick between one or the other, or do they both happen? You wear the
Yeah,
undermesh and then the over armor.
yeah, no, it's one or the other. Yeah, you couldn't wear one
Okay.
under. Yeah,
Can you say again what this armor is, just so I can write it down for my
yeah,
inventory?
yeah. It's called enhanced Beskar weave armor. Put it in.
And this is the light armor. And
Yep,
what is it again? What's the AC?
it gets you 14 plus Dex. It weighs all of 10 pounds.
Okay. Not insulated.
No.
Okay. So we got a 13 plus dex that's insulated. We got a 14 plus dex that's not, and we got a 17 plus dex that doesn't let you stealth.
Hmm.
So we got a set of options here, my friend.
Well, I mean, they're made. I mean, these are being made basically specifically for your taste. So if you
Yep.
want, you know, that,
No,
then yeah.
no, I'm saying Aiden. I'm saying to Aiden, my friend
Oh.
Aiden. We got a
Hmm.
set of options now of armors to pick from.
Hmm. Well, Aiden has the one basically. He has the modded neutronium that could be made for him because of his lower strength,
Does
and
it like?
and
Oh, because of his lower strength. I
right,
get it. Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
was
mean, you
gonna
could
say
you could
because
you
I just
you
feel
could have the
like we
same
could just
thing, but yeah, but
decide what we want.
yeah, because you're a little bit stronger, you can use the Beskar weave and get an extra point of AC, and you're able to use the really heavy battle armor that's 40 pounds.
Isn't
That
that interesting how stuff you don't even think's gonna matter? Like I would have never thought that me picking an extra point of strength was going to somehow improve my armor class.
right? Yep. Right. So-
I suppose it sort of makes sense though that if you're stronger, you can carry around bigger shit.
Oh yeah, think of the mountain from Game of Thrones. I mean, that guy, you know.
Nah,
Now, Arya
the,
was one of my favorites, though. I mean, that final move, against the the Walker, yeah, that was inspired. So yeah, I liked it. So anyway,
the Hound lost. Hound lost.
what's that? Oh yeah, you could. I'm the kind of person that would trade decks for strength on in a lot of cases. So
It's interesting because the system that I use on Sunday, it's the
hmm
exact opposite because dexterity is the way that you avoid getting hit.
right?
So that
No, yeah, that's on. No, that's what I mean. I would prefer decks over strength more often than not. So yeah, because you can get weapons that do damage, but you need to hit to do damage. So in dexterity, a lot of cases helps determine that. So
that's what's up. All right, so we geared our shit up, I think. All right. I mean, we both got body armor, we both got weapons. I didn't get stats for my stun gun, but I
no,
think
I'm gonna
we
work on.
both
Yeah, I'm gonna work on those. I will have those for you next session because I'm gonna trick those out. So
word. I like the sound of that getting checked out. All right,
so
so we
there.
then pretty
So
much
that's
where
a
we're gonna leave it now.
decent day one, right?
No complaints here.
Okay. So you know, if you take a regular night's rest, or if you have something else planned, let me know. And then we've got one more day until the publishers meeting. So what would you like to do? What would you like to explore? You can actually go to the range and test some stuff. You can actually test some of the prototype armor and see how it fares against different. I mean, so I mean
Yeah,
you'll see from you'll see from some of the testing that like they would have like training dummies set up where you can fire a weapon at this armor and see what kind of damage it does, and um, so that's why kind of arrive at what you get as far as armor goes.
yeah, sounds good to me.
Then let's see. So there's three sections I mentioned. One is the weapons, one is the armor, and the other one is the technology side. So if you want, we can start looking in there. This is the bread and butter of the Animid family business technology. The application of, as I mentioned, stealth, the application of damage dispersal. And most of these, or many of these things, are applicable to vehicles. And so you see some different platforms that are like single person, like kind of like the oh, what were those things called? The forest speeders, but with actually some shielding, some fairing that actually protected the rider. So you see the application of like almost barding for that kind of stuff. Uh, Notice they have like windshields that are uh, heads up displays, that kind of stuff. So far more far more expensive deployment, but um, depending on the application. So you get the idea now that the Animids are making um, some higher end specific application weapons for you know a discrete group of clients that not everybody can afford this kind of stuff, but those that can pay well, right? So there's things like that. There's hovering turret, single person turrets that fire both ballistic rounds as well as energy rounds. There's so basically a platformed cannon, if you will, that's mobile. There are cars, land speeders. There are small flight. Most of these are single or just maybe two-person uh, applications, uh, with the emphasis on being fast, maneuverable, but also durable. So it's an interesting thing. You see some of the, like I said, the stealth technology, um, easily applicable to vehicles. You see it also, you see some shield technology that seems to be a little more robust than stuff you see out in normal um, ships and stuff. So, you know, while these are not intended for you, if you have ideas that would help us implement, um, I know that Jirok and Thrain and the family would appreciate any insights from things that you may have experienced. So, again, they're making the offer, to be a consultant for uh, for the business.
So you guys are a think tank. You just basically absorb experiences, and you're asking our
It's
advice.
absolutely. We tend not to discount anyone's experience because it's varied. It's amazing when you understand how differently people see things in the same in the same situation, in the same experience, the same circumstances. Two people could see very different things. Uh, Sound dampening, that is an hmm,
There you go.
we will take that into consideration. Did you have any specific applications that might come to mind? And of course, yeah, he's jotting all this down, and or not jotting, he's recording all this as you speak. And uh, mhm. So would you mm. Mm. So you would use this for identification of the person approaching, or would you use this more for the? Hmm, okay. Ah,
Unheard.
okay. Absolutely. There are certain weapons platforms that not only have visual or energy, heat sensing, but also what we call ground sensing. So we sense vibration through the floors or through the ground. It's very different. Hmm. But to deploy this on uh, a personal basis, on a personal equipment, that might be interesting as well. We could build sensors into armor. We could build sensors into weapons as well. Hmm. I think you may have brought something to our attention. We will explore that. So, so you nerds and your office stuff, what are you trying to hide, you know? Just because you don't want you, yeah, people only let him in on so much, right? Hmm. So, and
But
you
you
worked
gotta
for,
understand those. When one of the secret rooms in the middle burns up, they burn both directions and everybody else dies also.
yeah, we have precautions against fires and explosion dampening,
No, I
uh,
mean
explosion containment, if
in
that's,
the caustic environment of layers upon layers of people talking and just the general idea that when you finally get to that bottom layer is still just as much a victim to the upper layers as the upper layers are to the bottom, that a fire occurs and then everybody dies, all sinners and saints burn alike.
hmm, an interesting observation.
If you disagree, that's okay, Aiden.
As I said, many people have, or each person will tend to have a different perspective. And the application of those perspectives in our work is what we find valuable. We see if we look at all these potentials and so extract the most valuable and apply them to our work as much as possible. I think you can
Agreed.
understand it. All right. So while there's not a whole lot in this room, you kind of get the idea of this is a core business for them, and the application of um, just everything towards warfare, towards security. This is what they're interested in. And so, yep. And you still have no idea who their clients are.
Work.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to see? Oh, we would be interested in evaluating some upgrades for your metallic friend, CK119 or 117, right? No, it's 199. Yeah.
I like CK9, but if you want to say
It's nine.
CK119, that's fine too.
119, yeah. We'll actually ask CK119, how do you prefer to be addressed? My preference is just to be called CK.
All right.
There are very few droids of my type.
No need for a number.
Right. Okay. CK it is then. All right. So yeah, they want to add some special sensing equipment to CK. Um, basically he should be able to sense any life form within 50 meters and give you basically a heads up display, kind of like R2D2 was able to project of where this person is and their movement. So, and 50 meters is a pretty good range, right? Meters with projection. Okay. And basically this is based off of some of their ground sensing stuff, where he's able to put a probe in the ground and utilize that, as well as his other heat sink and audio, what's it called, beamforming technology to generate those projections. So unless it's a shielded environment, he should be able to actually, give you a play-by-play of anybody within 50 meters.
Okay.
And he can also generate some countermeasures based on that as well. So he could be a shield for, now his ability to shield is not 50 meters out, but you don't know, it's going to have to combat the sensing technology that is up against. But anyway, it's an enhancement. Write that up. I got that.
I want to go to. I don't know his name. I want to go to Aiden, and I want to be like, "Do you feel like going out into Coruscant? Feel like going out into the outside of the outside of the tower? Feel like trying to venture into the real world, or do you just want to stay here for a while?"
Okay.
I like the idea.
Gerard says, would you mind that we actually send some company with you, or would you like a discreet, uh, a more discreet uh, monitoring? And I will explain. Drac and Thorane trust you entirely. They fear for your safety as they would for anyone who has been in this building. So we would, you know, either we would always prefer to have our security operatives up close, and you would be free to go wherever you want to go and speak with whomever you want to. Of course, we talked about the discretion of the things you've seen here, but either we would have two-person teams following at discrete distance, or we could have one two-person team in right alongside you, and that is our preference. But we will defer to your preference.
I'm gonna leave it to you, my friend.
All right. So yeah. So um, so Garage says, I will arrange it. How soon will you be leaving?
Immediately.
Okay. All right. So he'll see you down to the first floor. You'll be given basically bracelets that will allow you entrance back into the tower. Your identifiers basically. Even though they have coded your room to your handprint, this is another level of security that they prefer, and it also allows them to track you. They're very honest about this. Will allow us to see where you are, and you'll notice it's very, very difficult to remove. So anyway, uh, but when you come back, if you want it turned, taken off when you come back, they will absolutely take it off. It's just for when you're outside the building. Okay. So yeah, they will assign. Garad will assign. I got to come up with another. I don't want to call them red shirt 1 and red shirt 2. That would be no. Yeah. Yeah, that was I cannot find my mouse now.
Speaking of red shirts, you guys watch the new Star Trek Academy?
I haven't now.
Yeah, they got a new Star Trek show. They're using all of the like,
Wow.
yeah, they're using all the Star Trek assets they had from the Discovery TV show, and they're making a new show. And it's got, as far as I can tell, all the white characters from Discovery and none of the aliens that would cost money to do the prosthetics. None of anybody. It's just like it's the general who is white. It's the engineer who is a white lady. It's like 3 or 4 characters that they're all just the plainest whitest characters got moved over to this new one.
Wow. That's okay. Yeah. Let's see if this is the mouse I was using. Sorry, for some reason my trackball decided it this not was a trackball. There it goes. Okay, start. All right, I'm good. Just thought I was going to have to trade mice for a trackball. Okay, so you're assigned. Your Wookiee detail is Harvey and Mannion. They're, you know,
Yep.
it's funny. You think Wookiees would have a hard time hiding things, but with fur, they're able to conceal quite a bit. So,
Oh God,
and
I don't want to imagine what that looks like.
yeah, it's how Wookiees are. But they're very friendly. They let you know that your security is their chief concern because you are a friend of the family. So, and they they have basically an armored car if you want to take, or if you want to be on foot, which they will advise against certain areas of the city, but um, they just ask where you want to go, and we can get you there. Okay.
I
Yes.
want to
The
go.
Go ahead.
Where is it that it's not safe to go?
What are you trying to test your new armor? What? Actually, so you're all right. Let me be clear. It's going to take. All right. The armor is going to take a couple days to be prepped for you. So they gave you some lesser stuff basically, to wear around if you like, but it's not um the special stuff that y'all requested yet. So just let you know that.
I got whatever I got. I want to go. I'm asking
Okay.
them where it's not safe to go.
Okay. There are some dicier places of town. Are you looking for some battle? Are you looking for some entertainment? Or are you looking for some enhancement?
What are you looking for, my friend Aiden Lord? What are you looking for? Entertainment it is.
Entertainment it is. All right, so yeah, basically there are lots of there's several red light kind of areas around Coruscant now, um, depending on your flavor. Um, you know, they'll take you to the first, I guess, a great many of the people who uh, are associates of the Animids prefer this one particular establishment. And of course, they'll drive you there. You'll notice that when you drive there, you have not just your car, but a lead car and a trail car. So when you mentioned that it was your security detail was escalated, but you don't basically at this place you don't arrive where anyone can see you as you pull into the tunnel that is the discreet entrance. You know, the other two cars empty first, and Harvey and Mannion let you know that okay, it is fine for you to exit, and um, you walk through some very elaborate doors. It's actually a small tunnel with about six types of secure doors, and finally you enter the establishment proper, and it's as lavish and lit a place you've ever seen. There's psychedelic lights. There's people of all races, many, many races, wandering around. There's drinks on trays. There's food everywhere. There's music playing, and there's hallways. There's 5 different hallways that lead off of this main room that's about mm, 30 meters in diameter. So, you'll you'll pleasure a I had this one. A small Anzellan character greets you. Um, your your pleasure. I can see if it gets you. I
Whoa!
don't know if you've ever seen an Anzellan. It looks like kind of like ET, but let's see if I can do this. Share screen. Come on, there you go. So that's an Anzellan, but in much nicer clothes. It's imagine this person in like a tuxedo type of, but not a bow tie, but a regular fluffy kind of tie coming down. They call me Wheel. How may we serve you? We understand you are friends of the Animates, or friends of Jirak, and Jirak's friends are always welcome here.
Whoa!
Absolutely. Would you prefer one of the comfy recliners, or would you prefer to sit at the social hub known as the bar? Uh, oh, yes, absolutely. Please follow Anise. Anise will lead you to a preferred niche of the friends of Jirak.
Of course, I follow my associate.
Okay. Your ale is brought to you. I mean, basically, as you sit down, your drink arrives. Anise bows. She is not this character. Let's see, or not this race. Stop that one. Oh, don't do that. I hate this pop-up that happens every time you stop showing the screen.
I like bar hopping, so it might fuck with Jack's ideology, but I'd love if we just like started talking to her and she was like, "I have a plan." And we were like, "Okay." And we just immediately leave and go to the next bar. And then the next bar, there's a person who's like, "I have a plan." And then we just, I mean, let's just, we're trying to have fun here. Let's just fucking hop around. We don't need to get involved with these people's lives. We don't need to deal with these people. We're just
Uh,
getting drunk. We're just getting high.
See, so what? It's funny you say that because I'm the kind of person that has to know everybody's name that I deal with, and it's like it drives it drives DMs to distraction, when I do that. But it's just how I am. I like having names for all these people. And all right, so anyway, it, okay, wheel and
Let's
so
not get
anyway,
involved with any of this stuff.
yeah,
We're out here to we're, we want to dance. We want to
yeah,
not have problems.
yeah.
Somebody walks up to us and is like, "I have a quest for you." It's like, no, we're dancing.
Hmm. Okay, but sometimes it's important to note who you come in contact with, right? Some people are relatively how would you say unique looking. So this is a niece. You'll notice that most of the I guess female types around here look like her. So at least in this room. So um, she sets the
You know
drink
how
down.
you know how close your name is to anus?
Yes. I've heard that many times, and uh, it is humorous, isn't it? I did not pick this name, but it was given to me, and I use it. Oh, that's true. But I've kind of come to embrace this name. I've had it for so long.
It's always good to embrace the anus.
You might be surprised.
Now I have fun.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not sure what to say now.
You started it.
All right. I appreciate your conversation. You're very clearly very clever. Do you know anywhere that we can get maybe some drugs?
Oh, yes, it's kind of I guess you don't recognize me as a Balasar, but I it's one of the things that we have some speciality about. How would you like to feel?
Whatever the opposite of anus is.
Well, I didn't ask for a delivery system.
What
I
is the
asked
opposite? Look at this guy, he nailed it.
I wasn't asking about your delivery system. It's asking, what would you like? Euphoria? Would you like um, distance? Would you like uh, what are some of the other ones? Yeah, physical
Fire.
warmth.
I
Was it?
want fire.
You want higher? Oh, so you want the aphoristic drugs. I shall be back shortly. Okay. And you were clear, you do not want the anus delivery method, correct?
No, if that's on the table, I'll take it.
Oh, we don't put those on the table.
That's a bean delivery method.
So yeah, she disappears for a few minutes, and and Yeah, yeah. Well, so you notice that there are more of these Balasars, females wandering about the place, and Wheel is he's the only one of his time um, here, um, and you don't see any type of the Wookiees did not follow you in. By the way, you notice you were on your own inside the doors, but um, with your bracelets, you kind of feel like they know where you are, and it'll be okay, right? After about, it's probably about 10, 15 minutes, Anise comes back and says, with a tray, and the tray is kind of got like a haze over it. So you can't tell her what's on the tray. And as she sets the tray down, she holds her hands over it. The haziness disappears, tells with some kind of shield so that nobody knows what was coming to this table. And she explains that there's some pills, there's a couple of syringes, there are inhalers, and she explains that each one of them has a slightly, or because of its delivery method, has a slightly different speed of absorption. And if you want to consume these here, that's fine. They have a curtain that they will close. If it gets loud, um, they will isolate the sound, or they will ask you to move to a more private room. But you are welcome to test. These are not full strength, so you will not. But they will give you a taste of the different types of euphorias that you could experience, and they're all specially designed for humans of your size and uh, weight. Yeah.
Perfect opportunity to determine how these drugs will help us in the future.
Okay.
So what do you think? Let's sample a couple drugs.
Okay. Do you want to start with inhaled or oral or injections?
It's an intense question. I've never um all right, so let's start with the inhaling.
All right. So I need you to roll let's see, let me get character sheets up here. I didn't have those up. Where did you go? Group and Aiken and Aiden. Okay. Hey man, we're keeping it real, dude, All right. Let's see here. So yeah, this would be yeah, just I need a roll on what's this gonna affect? Oh, it's Constitution, yeah. So this is gonna be a Constitution uh saving throw. 20, nice. Okay. Oh, yeah, D20. Yep. Yeah, D20. 10? Ooh. Okay. Yeah, no problem. It's not, I mean, and you, Ethan?
Rolling D20 and the Google says nope, that's not the correct way to roll that. What is it? It's not /RD20. Roll D20. Roll a D20. Okay. Yeah, there we go. 1. I rolled a
One.
fucking 1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you take a
I'm
good
not good at
breath.
the drug.
Yeah.
I drug bad. I'm having
Yes.
a bad trip. I'm freaking out.
No, basically you fall face first onto the table, and you're not dead. No, this one, this hits you like a ton of bricks. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll. How long are you gonna be affected? Okay, but Jaylen, on the other hand, you get this sweet taste of, you know, um, a high feeling, and it's not overwhelming for you at all. It's pleasant, and you realize, yeah, this might not be not might not be bad. Okay, but for the next 7 minutes, our friend our friend Ethan is basically snoring
Foaming at the
like a
mouth.
yeah. Okay, you can roll another d20. Actually, roll three, and we'll see if it's the duration is short. But if you don't beat it any one of the three, then yeah, you're out for 7 minutes. So
16,
16 beats it. Okay, so after
8.
about a after about a minute, you come to, and oh my gosh, that uh you just this that smell of the inhaler is still in your nose, but you kind of feel nauseous, but you're not going to vomit anytime soon. And Anise walks back over and asks if you're all right. Notice that uh,
Chocolate
yes.
sandals are fun time down in Kokomo.
So 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 she advises you not to take that one again. Maybe try a different approach, and yeah, it's best not to tempt fate sometimes when it comes to chemical enhancement.
Kokomo.
Well, for him, yeah. Uh,
I, I look at Aiden's character like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I'm a little scared, but also curious.
Plain and simple, you got knocked out, boss. Yeah, yeah. If there was any kind of decorative mark on the tray, along or it's on your forehead now from where you passed out for a minute. So yeah, but yeah. So no inhalers for yeah. That's hilarious though. What? Yeah. Well, it's not going to kill you. They've taken great pains to make sure that, only in the severest of severest cases would anybody come even close to death. They're well, say, manipulated um, for the purpose of enhancement, but not without fatality. So passed out. You want to try the next one?
I do. I'm gonna try it. Can't say no.
All right. Before you do, she brings over um, what looks like a syringe. She had two syringes, or she pulls. No, she has them. She pulls them out, and she asks for your hand. And this will clear any effects of the other drugs before you. So you will have it's like a palate cleanser if you think of it that way. That way you'll have a full understanding of the effects of the next choice that you have. Do you allow her to give you the shot on the hand? Okay. So yeah, you're back from Little Buzz Land. You're perfectly aware as much as you were before, and of course, so is any feelings of nausea that you might have had, Ethan, are gone. So
What the
it's
fuck just happened?
well, you had an ill or a less than um, a less than enjoyable experience, should we say?
Oh yeah, I've had that before.
Okay. And now it's up to you to which you try next. There's injectables and pills left. Actually,
Give
it's
one
not
a
like so
try,
much a pill.
Aiden.
Yeah.
I will follow you.
Oh,
Pick one.
okay. So yeah, you pick up one of the pills. It's kind of it looks like a jelly kind of pill, and she finds these are most effective after about 2 minutes. So it's not as immediate as uh, an effect as the inhaler or the injectables. But I hope you'll find it enjoyable. Take the pills. Of course, you got water or on the table if you want to chase it. Uh, and yeah, okay, now it's time to make your Constitution rolls, please. Roll d20.
Me, like
Okay,
40. 8.
8.
But then
Okay.
plus my bonuses would be like 10 or something.
Yeah,
I think my constitution is +2.
it's +4 actually. Yeah.
Oh
So yeah,
shit!
because
See,
you have a
you know better than I do.
no, yeah, it's +4 to saving throws. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, and then yeah, yours is 10, and you rolled 13. Yeah, Jaylen, it's a lot similar to what you previously experienced. Um, you do notice that you kind of feel thirsty, so it's you know, and yeah, kind of same thing for you, Ethan. It's it's not at all unpleasant, of course. I mean, these things are made for or for enjoyment. So it's that mild buzz where you just feel very relaxed, and there is, like I said, there's this. You kind of would like something to chase it with, liquid wise. But other than that, it's just pleasant. And as Anise has stated, these can be, mm, what would we
Milder
say?
than
They,
the stronger
yes,
version.
right. These could be ramped up if you would like a
Hmm.
more intense experience.
Chocolate sandals.
Uh, uh, okay, and then this was the pills. Some people just prefer a different method of integration into their bodies. There are people that don't like needles. There are people that, you know, don't feel comfortable putting something over their mouth. And then there's some people that have what do you call it? A gag reflex that they can't take pills. So we provide several methods of ingestion for our chemical enhancements. But so yeah, that was just a little bit different. And she goes on, if you would like to try the injectable version, I would offer that palate cleanser again, or we can.
Well,
You
what I'm
but
wondering is what else is on the plate. What's
oh,
next?
no, that was it. That what was left is injectables. So an
So
injectable
we
version of it. So you've done
all
the
right.
the
So let's
inhaler.
inject.
So
I'm gonna
if
inject.
you
I'm gonna inject the next thing.
okay, but she would prefer you do the palate cleansing shot again before you do
Yeah,
that, so that you start.
of course.
Okay. You're not okay. Okay. So okay, cool. So you're back to normal. You're a normal self. No no increased thirst at all. So, you're back to good. All right. So Ethan, being experimental here, gets the
I'm gonna
palate
take the
cleanser.
palate cleanser, then I'm
Yep.
gonna inject it, and then I'm gonna follow him like he's my daddy because I'm high as hell, and I know he'll keep me safe. And so I'm just gonna be I'm gonna
So
be fucked up, and he can lead me out of here because
yeah.
he's ready to go, and I'm gonna be high as fuck.
So grab. Okay, so go ahead and roll your Constitution there, Ethan.
Rolling for Constitution. Survey says 14.
14. Okay, again, this one doesn't have the thirst side effect. You actually just feel pretty much almost instantaneously euphoric. It's a good buzz. Um, of course, when I say injectable, it's kind of like one of those stem shots. It's not really a needle so much as it is a skin, a subdermal um, press. So you don't have any of the adverse effects of needles, but some people don't even like that. It's a micro needling, I guess is what it is. And yeah, it's very pleasant for you, and you like the way it feels.
I poke Aiden in the back and say the snozberries taste like snozberries. But ultimately, I'm just following him. He's just
Okay.
leading me. He's
All
the
right.
sober person. He's leading me where I need to go.
All right. He's fine. I mean, it's just like I said, he's got a buzz. He's got a good buzz on, and that's about, the extent of it. And yeah, they will let you leave like this, so, because and the Anise tell you this will wear off within an hour. So you know, we make these so that you can't get into too much trouble and implicate us, of course. So um, she does hand you a palate cleanser shot so that you have that with you if you need to end your euphoria sooner than the hour, and lets you know that friends of Jirak and the family are friends of all of us here, so please come visit again.
Snozberries.
Snosberry. And she giggles a little bit. Yeah. Snosberry. Snosberry to you. Yeah. So that's oh my gosh. I haven't even come up with a name for that one, but anyway. Uh, yeah, there are a couple of others that are less well, let's say less dilettantish, less fancy, but yeah, and one of the rougher ones, the uh, basically the last resort that the Wookiees would say, okay, if you want to go there, it's more for a rough time. It's uh,
Like a war chamber.
it's more like a redneck kind of bar, if you will. So there would be there tend to be there tend to be fights among the patrons, and the management doesn't actually discourage it so much. So because some people like to get drunk and get disorderly, so that's
Yes, sir, they do.
and that place actually caters to that. And there have been, unfortunately, a few fatalities, so you would need to watch yourself. As much as the Wookiees would like to get in there, they can't. There's only 6 of them, and that's all they're willing to commit to.
Are you kidding me?
These
I
little
live
joy.
in
Hmm?
I live in redneck land. Every single bar has fatalities. Every
Oh,
single one.
I know,
It's not even.
but
It's not even like sometimes it happens. It's multiple for all of them.
well, they're and Harvey, lets you know, well, we don't want that to happen to you, and so it's a measured thing that we manage risk at every turn. That's life, and well, as much as you want to have fun, Jarak would frown on me letting you be harmed.
You're right. We shouldn't go to the bars. It's not safe.
hopefully we can find more entertaining pursuits or other entertainment pursuits for you.
The drugs were good though. Gotta admit. Direct. I'm just saying, direct. The drugs were good.
Oh, Drax's not there. You're talking to Harvey right now, but yeah,
Oh, my
yeah,
apologies.
you're not there yet. Yeah, the Wookiees they haven't gone back. Y'all said y'all weren't going back yet, so y'all just exited the club. So back in the car with Harvey and Mannion. The Wookiees. Wookie. All right. Think of anything else? Where would you
If
like to go today? To borrow from Microsoft.
if if you don't have any opinions, I'd I'd like to go to a couple specific so the dark side and the light side fought each other. Where is the museum that really shows the fight between the two of these? So let's go to floor 17. Let's go to the
Mhm.
if
So yeah,
unless
we can provide access to that. So a trip it is we will take. Um, I need to call it for today, and we can pick it up at that point. All right, next couple weeks, and I will have I gotta write up some stuff too. But uh,
exactly 2 weeks from now, though, right?
yes,
Two
exactly.
2 weeks
Yep.
session happens, and
Museum.
ideally, Duncan will add extra people, and so it won't just be the three of us. It might be 4 or 5.
Right.
Or is
So
that not happening? Is it
no,
just the three of us forever?
no, I've got one person that's supposed to be joining. I thought they were going to be here today, but I hadn't heard anything from. Oh, they were in that chat, weren't they? No, it was just us. Ravendell. Okay, no, I've got their name, but I'll reach out to them and talk because I think I need to talk them through the Star Wars 5, the SW5E website to do the character creation, and once we do that, uh, we'll work on getting them integrated into our situation.
I like
But
that. I like where your head's at. All right,
so
cool.
yep, that's where we are. We're gonna go to the Museum of Light versus Dark. You said floor 17. Yeah. Okay. And all right. Well, I appreciate that. I'm gonna get back to you on experience points because, um, but yeah, I'll have a number for you in a couple days that you can add to your character sheet, and it probably will level you up, Ethan, so that you're at the
Yep.
same.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll finally be level 3. Yep.
Cool. Right. So, all right, we'll do that. Thanks again. I appreciate y'all and look forward to meeting up again in a couple weeks for this. And may the force be with you. Talk to you later.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys. Have a good week.
Ich habe mein eigenes Mikro gemutet. Diese Folge geht ein als wahnsinnig gut. Gott sei Dank habe ich nicht die Hauptsprechsachen. Ich bedanke mich nochmal bei allen, die vorbeigeschaut haben. Es tut mir leid, dass ich komplett heute reingekackt habe. Have a good night. Ich wünsche noch einen schönen Tag. Man hört sich dann eventuell. Ich habe noch komplett reingekackt. Eieiei. Peinlich. Peinlich. Gehen wir mal zu Red.